What's up guys, welcome back to a new Kengan Omega chapter review. Today we have chapter 86. As a whole, this chapter was pretty solid, and I believe the fight has been concluded at the end of this chapter. Absolute hype. Ryuki actually finally, got his backstory with Gaoh Mukaku, even though it wasn't really a backstory. One panel of Gaoh Mukaku, finally got to see him again since the flashback with Kroki, and I believe we saw him at one time when Ryuki first showed up from Metsudo, but ever since then we haven't really seen him, and we haven't seen him in his older age, and we get to see that this chapter, which is absolute hype. We get stuff from Purgatory, stuff from Naden, more questions regarding what is the Omega and everything like that. But yep, absolute hype. Let's get into it. The title of the chapter, It's Your Fault. It starts off with Naden shaking at Ryuki, but Ryuki is on top of Naden, so could argue he has the advantage here. And as you know, last chapter, one of Naden's eyes has pretty much been completely destroyed by Ryuki. Overcome me, Omega, the last child. We still don't know what the Omega is, and that's what Ryuki's saying as well. He doesn't know what it is. It could be what the worm is looking for, the people known as the Omega, or have qualities to be whatever the Omega is. So maybe Ryuki has those qualities, but since he isn't activating his killer instinct pretty much, Naden believes he's not worthy to be whatever the Omega is. We see Naden pushing him off, charging at him. We got Ryuki, coughing, huff and puff out of energy. He's strong. I've never seen a worm this strong before, so out of all the worms Ryuki has killed, Naden is by far the strongest. We get to see Cosmo, Adam and Robinson, who are in the crowd watching the fight. We got Cosmo saying the following: "Is it just me, or is he acting funny? He ignored the referee's call." We also get to see Elena and Kurekala. What about him? We got Kurekala noticing that Ryuki's in danger. He's passing the point of no return, seeing a skull above his head, with Kala pretty easily being able to see pretty much killer intent, as shown in Usher when she saw Curious Tetuna going absolutely crazy, seeing a similar thing for him, and now the same thing for Ryuki here. We cut to some members of Team Purgatory with a very interesting panel here. We got Dongchen, come on court, we don't kill in Purgatory. We're businessmen, only idiots fight to the death. You don't have to play along with that psycho, just forfeit the match, we'll make up for it. And then we got Nicholas Lee Banner, the absolute mad lad, says this, he says. So this pretty much confirms it, that Nicholas is going to end up killing someone or kill his opponent. Since the start of the tournament, I was predicting Nicholas was going to be fighting Ryuki or Justice Boy. So now with Ryuki fighting Naden, I'm just assuming Justice Boy may end up being killed by Nicholas, or maybe end up killing Nicholas. So that's absolutely insane. But when he says this, he says it to Fei Wangfang, who replies with the following: "I guess he's counting you and me as winners," which kind of makes me understand that he didn't really understand what Nicholas said by saying he says. So I don't believe Fei understood that, Nicholas wants to kill, that's why he said he says, with the, remark, we don't kill in Purgatory. So I think Fei Wangfang kind of, misheard what Nicholas said in this conversation here. That's the really only explanation I got for that. We still have Dongchen talking. "Are you listening to me, Naden? You don't want to get permanently injured, do you?" We got Naden, looking back at Dongchen with like a smile, kind of, not really sure. Kind of a little creepy face here, if I'm not lying. "What are you thinking?" Then we got our boy Lolong telling Dongchen to pretty much stay out of this. This is Naden's fight. His eyes are open, so he's watching the fight. Tarashi just, standing there like a statue, like always, just chilling. We cut back to the fight with both of them being pretty injured. We got Naden, blood everywhere. Ryuki, not really that much blood, but he seems to be very worn out so far in the fight. We got some commentation. Both fighters are beaten and bruised. The match is close to being won. We're entering the climax here. Who will win, the dragon or the hawk? Absolute hype greatness. We get into another clash. Naden charges Ryuki goes for a punch but gets grabbed by Naden, and while Naden seems to have the advantage here, Ryuki, as pointed out by Koga, more stuff for Koga noticing what's going on, dislocates his own shoulder to get out of Naden's unfair grip on him and go for a punch, and then after that he readjusts his shoulder back in with sheer force alone, which is absolutely insane. But of course that punch wasn't enough to stop Naden, and he goes straight back in for a kick on the shoulder he just readjusted or reconnected pretty much. Naden proceeds to flip and slam Ryuki on the ground. We got Ryuki coughing up blood, and then Naden hops on top of him. "I won't let you go this time. I'll keep strangling you until you're nothing but meat." He's strangling him. It's simple but effective, too effective in fact. Can Gaoh survive this? So we've got the commentators not really mentioning anything about them actually trying to kill each other, which is actually against the rules. We got Ryuki, you know, getting choked out, being on the brink of getting unconscious or actually dying. We got him seeing, you know, Naden above him choke him out. You're worthless as the Omega if you can't even beat me. Die. So proves that Naden is 100% going for the kill here. We got Koga absolutely freaking out. Haven't you gone far enough? Surrender, Ryuki. We got, you know, Dongchen, Naden, stop it, don't kill him. What's the matter? Weren't you gonna kill me? Is your bloodlust really that weak, Omega? So even though Naden is actually fully trying to kill Ryuki, he's still, you know, trying to unleash Ryuki's, you know, killer intent and, you know, finally unleash his Omega power, I guess, somewhat how you say it. And with that, we get the flashback of our boy Gaoh Mukaku. Ryuki, promise your grandpa that you'll kill all the worms. Those pests must be exterminated. I'll teach you how to kill them. And that is all we got for our boy Gaoh Mukaku blusher. We get to actually see him here looking much older than what he was during the other flashback, of course. 100% confirmed that he is Ryuki's grandfather and that he's an absolute mad lad because dude is smiling while telling his grandson, I'll teach you how to kill him with his thumb out. Cut to the next panel and Ryuki goes for an attack with his thumb. Meant to kill, I assume. We got everyone on Kengan freaking out. We got Dongchen freaking out. We got blood everywhere. We got someone screaming Naden. And then the final panel, which is Ryuki crying, it's all your fault. And that is the end of the chapter. So with this, I believe Ryuki has killed Naden with this attack. I believe, you know, his thumb went straight into the side of his head, maybe into his ear, maybe into his neck. I'm not 100% sure with this, but there's a lot of blood going everywhere from the attack. We got Koga, Team Kengan freaking out. We got, you know, Dongchen freaking out. Someone screaming out Naden. So I'm assuming Naden is dead from this attack. And also with Ryuki crying due to breaking his promise to Koga, I guess, or could very well be something else. It could be mentioned what Carlos said at the start of the chapter, that Ryuki is going to enter the point of no return, so something crazy might happen next chapter. And will this actually be a loss for Ryuki? As we know, the rules of purgatory state that if you kill your opponent you lose, but since Naden was actually trying to kill Ryuki, what will actually happen? Because I'm not 100% sure what actually happened with that. So Ryuki still could get the win after killing Naden here, or Naden may actually survive and not be killed from this attack, which would be also pretty interesting. Next chapter, I don't think we're going to get to see the next two fighters next chapter. I think next chapter is going to be a whole lot of stuff about, you know, the conclusion of this fight, whether Naden is actually dead, who gets the win of this fight, how that all works out, what's going to happen going on with, you know, people actually dying in this tunnel, which is not what they wanted. But yep, that's today's chapter. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord if you want to talk more, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.